Good morning, kiddos. We're going to go over the absolute value and especially how it pertains to inequalities. So absolute values and inequalities. Important to note that the definition for absolute value is the distance from zero on a number line. And so we're going to keep coming back to this whole idea of this distance from zero on a number line to try to help us understand what this means graphically and algebraically. So first, let's just think of this as looking at our definition, the distance from zero, when we have the absolute value of x being greater than 4, that just means that x is more than, because it's greater than, more than 4 units from 0. So if we looked at a number line, and here's 0, well, where would 4 units from 0 be? We'd have right here at 4, that's 4 units from 0. And more than 4 units means open circle and an arrow to the right, because all the numbers greater than that would be greater or further, farther away, more than 4 units to the right. And to the left, we have another number that is 4 units away from 0, and that'd be negative 4. And every one less than that. So we got x less than negative 4, because all those negative numbers are more than 4 units from 0. And then all these positive numbers are more than 4 units from 0. So as you see right here, we end up getting 2 different answers. So our answers could be anything, x being less than negative 4 or x being greater than positive 4. And we see that represented graphically here and here. So that is how that part goes. We could also look at it algebraically. If we have the absolute value of x being greater than 4, we solve it once for the positive side of things, that yes, x is going to be greater than 4, because all those numbers would satisfy. Like absolute value of 5 is greater than 4, because that just means 5 is greater than 4. Like the absolute value of, let's say, 10 is greater than 4, because, well, the absolute value of 10 is 10, and that's greater than 4. But we also have this other negative direction, over here. So we account for that by doing this negative side. We're saying x is going to be less than negative 4. So we switch the inequality right there. We switch the inequality so it says less than, and we switch the sign to be negative. Because if we have absolute value of a negative 5, is that greater than 4? Well, the absolute value of negative 5 is 5, and that is greater than 4. In the same sense, absolute value of negative 10, like a number that is less than negative 4, is that going to turn out to be greater than 4? And it is. So that shows us both graphically, we can see how that works, and how both of these transition to the algebraic way that we solve it by taking what's in here, doing the positive version, and then being less than the negative version. So that's how we solve both of those.